I'm canceling our New Year's trip.
What? Why? I've already taken time off work. And I've booked the hotel. It's not enough notice to cancel.
My mom and my sister are saying they want to go on vacation together again, and they want me to go too.
What?
You'll have to stay home by yourself.
Again? That's 5 years in a row. You can't do this again, Jordan. You promised this year you'd definitely go on vacation with me. You said so a year ago when the same thing happened.
Yeah, I know, and I was meaning to go with you. But my sister said she really wants to go and see the fireworks together again this year. It's kind of our family tradition.
So you're just going to leave me behind and go off with your family for the holidays again?
Well, yeah. It's just a trip we always go on together, just our close family.
So how come Caroline's husband is considered a close family and I'm not? I don't see the huge difference.
Try not to worry about those tiny details. That's your problem. You're always anxious about the little things. We might not be related by blood, but we still have a bond. He's basically my brother.
What are you talking about? You never hang out. And what about me? You've been treating me like garbage recently.
How have I been treating you like garbage? It's just that my family don't really get along with strangers. We like to keep ourselves to ourselves. And you'll have to look after my niece, like last year. I'm sure you don't mind.
I knew you were going to say that.
Do you have a problem or something?
It's just that I've never had kids or looked after them that much before. It's not something that just comes naturally to everyone. She's still so little. It makes me nervous looking after her by myself. What if something happens to her because I don't know what I'm doing? And I said last year I didn't want to do it and you promised it wouldn't happen again.
It's only been 4 times so far. It's not like we're making you look after her every weekend.
It just felt like such a long time to be alone with a kid I barely know.
I guess you're really not cut out for having kids, are you? It's probably a good thing that we don't have any ourselves. Oh, alright, I mean, it's probably a good thing you can't have kids.
Excuse me?
What? I'm just speaking the truth. Whose fault do you think it is that we can't have kids?
I know that you think it's my fault we can't have kids because I'm having trouble conceiving.
Then what is your problem with looking after my sisters?
Those are 2 completely different issues. I'm not your housekeeper. You can't just order me to look after your sister's child. I think you should treat me with more respect.
Have you forgotten that you owe me?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Your ex-husband was violent and abusive. He stole your savings and left you in a bunch of debt. You didn't have anyone else in the world and I looked after you.
I still really appreciate what you did for me 8 years ago. But when we found out I couldn't have children, you started acting just like my ex-husband. And you've been the same way ever since.
I haven't touched you. You can't compare me to him.
No, perhaps you haven't hurt me physically. But you still hurt me with your words.
I don't call you names and cuss you out like he used to.
Maybe not. But you say things that make me think I don't really mean much to you. And when your mother is rude to me, you never try to defend me. And when your sister treats me like an idiot, you just laugh along like it's some kind of hilarious joke.
I just go along with that stuff because the alternative is to offend everyone and make everyone uncomfortable. Is that what you want? You have got such victim mentality. I think perhaps you should try not to take things so personally from now on.
I thought maybe this year, if we went away together, we could try and repair our relationship. Obviously, I was wrong. You've got no intention of investing any time or effort into our marriage, have you?
Are you saying that we should get a divorce? Is that what you want?
That's not what I said. I just think we should try a little harder to be a proper husband and wife.
I think this whole conversation is a waste of my time. Do we have to talk about this now? You should be able to take care of my niece without causing a huge fuss like this. It's just something normal families do for each other.
I think you and I have a very different idea of what normal families are like to each other.
If you don't have any kids yourself, you should be prepared to look after other people's. You should want to share in the responsibility. If we're not on the same page about this, I think it's about time we think about getting a divorce. You're going against my wishes, and that's not the kind of woman I want to be married to.
Do we really have to go that far?
Well, it's not like you'll be able to survive if we get a divorce. For starters, you'd have to pay back the $10,000 I lent you to pay off your ex-husband's debt.
I could never afford to pay it all back in one go.
That's what I thought. You'd never be able to save all that money with your minimum wage, part-time, convenience store job. So what do you say? Are you gonna look after your sister-in-law's kid?
Fine, I'll do it. My name is Michelle. I'm a 38-year-old divorcee. I got married to my college boyfriend about 10 years ago. At first, we were happy and everything was fine. But gradually, he got into drinking and gambling, and eventually he started to run up a lot of debt. Then he began to take out his frustration on me. At first, he just shouted and called me names, but after a while, that didn't satisfy him and he started to hit me. After we had been married for about a year and a half, we split up. In fact, he ran off with all of my savings. So that was the end of my first marriage. And that was around the time I met the man who's my husband now, Jordan. When I first met Jordan, I thought he had been sent by the gods to rescue me from my hellish life. He was so kind to me, and his mom was so nice, and they all welcomed me into his family. I thought I was finally going to be able to live a happy and stress-free life. But then we discovered I couldn't have children. And suddenly it seemed like everyone turned their back on me. I guess I just have the worst luck with men. I think my mother-in-law was really looking forward to having more grandchildren, and she had her heart set on Jordan having a son to carry on the family name. And I guess Jordan really wanted to make that dream come true as well. When he realized I couldn't have kids, he just started treating me like a housekeeper. I became someone he expected to cook, clean, and do his laundry for him, and that was it. But I really can't deal with this treatment anymore. I've been paying Jordan back the money that he lent me each month, and I was hoping that way I could gradually repay my debt. But it looks like if I don't pay back all that money, this awful situation will just continue until I finally can. I've been worrying about what to do for a while, when suddenly someone stepped up. And it was someone who I never expected to help me out.
Did my brother tell you what's going on? I hope you're looking forward to taking care of my daughter again this year. She's excited to stay with her Auntie Michelle.
Oh, hey, Caroline. Sorry, I can't.
What? Are you kidding? I thought you agreed. Jordan said you'd take care of it.
I may have said that reluctantly. He told me that if I didn't agree to it, he would divorce me.
Oh, right. That's what Mom said too. If that girl doesn't cooperate, then I'll make sure they get a divorce.
Look, why do you guys all seem to hate me so much?
You are aware that you're infertile, aren't you?
You can't use that against me like this. I didn't know that when I agreed to marry Jordan. It's not like I tricked him into marrying me.
I'm actually so thankful that you can't have kids.
What on earth do you mean?
You know, when we realized I was having a daughter, Mom was so grumpy. She didn't speak to me for weeks. You know how much she wants a grandson. But then when you came along, she perked up a bit. I guess she thought she was finally going to get one. And then when we found out you were infertile, she just started spending all her energy hating on you, and she never pays any attention to what I'm doing at all.
Is it really so important for her to have a grandson? What's the big deal? I thought grandparents were supposed to love their grandchildren unconditionally and think them the cutest things in the whole world.
Oh, it's really not that easy. You don't have kids, so you wouldn't understand. I realized when I had my daughter, actually. I probably didn't want to have kids in the first place.
What?
So my mom keeps asking why I'm not getting pregnant again and trying for a son, but I really don't want to.
You're the most irresponsible person I think I've ever known.
It's just that I've learned from the experience of having my first kid that I don't need anymore. That's all. You can't blame me for that. I'm not even sure if I want the first one, though, actually. Do you want her? You guys could adopt her. I'm pretty sure she likes you better than me.
How can you possibly say that? What if your daughter knew you thought like that?
But it's so much easier without kids. They take up so much time and effort. I haven't had a lion in almost 5 years. And I want to spend more time with my husband. By ourselves.
Does your husband feel like that too? I suppose he must.
All right, you've never really met him, have you?
I think we've met once, but it's not like we have much time to get to know each other.
Don't get me wrong. My husband really loves his daughter. It's kind of annoying, actually. It's like he's obsessed with her. That's kind of why I could do without her.
Are you jealous of your own daughter? You have to be kidding me.
He even says he wants to take our daughter on vacation with us. So I told him we can't, since Auntie Michelle is so desperate to see her and look after her.
That's a lie, though.
That's fine. He'll never know if you don't tell him. And it's so much more convenient to go on vacation without her. She would ruin all my New Year plans.
What about my New Year plans? I had a hotel booked and everything. Haven't you even thought about that? And if I can't go on vacation, I'd like to spend the holidays relaxing at home, not looking after someone else's kid.
Maybe you can spend your holidays relaxing at home after you've repaid all the money my brother lent you.
Excuse me?
Oh, I forgot. That's going to be impossible for you with your convenience store job.
If you know that, why are you messaging to torment me about it?
I was wondering why you don't get a better job, but then I remembered. You didn't graduate high school, did you? It's funny because you don't look like a typical dropout.
That's because I was forced to drop out of high school and get a job when my parents passed away.
With that kind of resume, I don't suppose anyone wants to hire you, do they?
Maybe not, but I can't go on like this.
Why not? It doesn't seem that bad. Just do a little child minding now and then, and you're good with me. And if you keep doing your part-time convenience store thing and being Jordan's housekeeper, I'm sure you'll pay it back eventually.
That's not how I want to live my life.
And you don't exactly have any connections either. I'm so thankful my husband is the president of his company. We have such a comfortable life.
Oh, he's the company president? I didn't realize that. That's nice for you.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, in reality, we can afford to hire a babysitter when we go away. But it just doesn't make sense to spend the money when you're right there. But if we do that, my husband will definitely say he'd rather just take our daughter with us.
Why is it you don't want to take her with you?
You do know she's only 5 years old, right? She'll probably cry in the car and we'd have to keep stopping so that she can pee and have a snack and stuff. It's just easier to leave her at home. I do wish we'd never had her. Life was way simpler, and we had so much more freedom when she wasn't around.
Oh, I see. I think you might be one of the worst parents I've ever had the misfortune to meet. You're awful.
Hey! You can't talk to me like that. You've got no right. You don't even have the ability to have children. What do you know about it?
To be honest, I really can't understand how God could give you a child and not me, when I love and cherish one so much. Why do you get to be so lucky?
Perhaps he looked at you and decided you just didn't deserve to be a parent, and I do. That's such a hilarious thought.
I'm so done with this.
That's fine. Thanks for looking after my daughter anyway.
We're going on vacation tomorrow. Have you finished preparing for the kid to stay at ours?
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to. I'm going to have to refuse this time.
What?
I just can't get over the feeling that what you and your family are doing is wrong. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. That's what I've decided.
Oh, for God's sake, you really never learn, do you? Have you already forgotten that I said if you don't obey me, we're getting a divorce?
No, I didn't forget. I took the divorce papers in today, actually.
What? Is that your attempt at a joke? It's not very funny.
It's not the kind of thing I would joke about. I'm not such a terrible person. But you and I are definitely done.
Did you keep the divorce papers that we signed before? I thought that we threw those away after you begged me to reconsider.
I didn't beg you. I thought we should try. But I also thought I should keep hold of those papers in case it didn't work out. Which it clearly didn't.
So, are you not going to be able to pay back all the money that you owe me in one go?
Yeah, I think I could manage it.
Did you get a loan or something? The premiums will be too high. If you can't pay it back, you'll end up going bankrupt.
I didn't take out a loan, don't worry.
Oh, you're lying. There's no way you could pay back all that money with your wages. You must have got the money from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
So, where's the money coming from? You got a loan, didn't you?
Actually, someone completely unexpected has offered to help me out.
Who is it?
Caroline's husband.
Anthony?
That's right. He said he wanted to know what was going on with us. And he apologized for letting Caroline force me to look after their daughter. Turns out he was getting suspicious of her and wondered if it was really true that I was desperate to look after her.
But you don't even have Anthony's number. How did you get in touch with him? I thought you'd only met him that once and didn't really even speak to him.
That's true. It was actually a complete coincidence that I ran into him again. He came into the convenience store where I was working.
Are you kidding me? A tiny little store like yours that the local residents hardly even use? There's no way that he went in there coincidentally. Besides, he usually only shops at Trader Joe's and buys organic and paleo and stuff like that.
He said his company is thinking about buying up some smaller convenience stores like ours to turn them into Whole Food stores. That's why he was there. He was checking out possible locations.
I still can't believe he was there just by coincidence. The chances are so small.
I guess it was probably a miracle then. He was like, "Do you really love my daughter that much?" And he looked kind of dubious about it, so I didn't want to lie to him. I got kind of mad, actually. I told him straight up, I never once said I want to look after your daughter.
You did?
But he wasn't angry. He just wanted to hear what had been going on with us. It seemed like he really wanted to think of a good solution to my problems.
What kind of solution? What did you do?
Well, for one thing, Anthony isn't going on vacation with the rest of you tomorrow. He's going to stay at home and spend time with his daughter.
Impossible. I haven't heard anything about that.
He said he'd wait till the last moment to tell you all. It's kind of like how you waited till the last moment to cancel our trip, isn't it?
I didn't leave it till the day before.
He also said he wasn't going to put any money towards the vacation this time.
What? He can't do that. That vacation is pretty expensive. I was counting on him to pay, because otherwise I'm not so sure I can afford it.
That's not even the real news. I'm just getting to the important bit, if you'll shut up and let me.
There's more?
He's getting a divorce. I don't think he'll mind me telling you since he's telling Caroline today.
Oh, you can't be serious over this stupid trip?
Well, it's more like Caroline has been lying to him for years about a lot of different stuff. And he's sick of the way she treats their daughter when she thinks he's not paying attention. But when I showed him some of her texts, I think that's when he knew he needed to get a divorce. All of the things she wrote about not wanting their daughter, it's pretty bad. I can see why he wouldn't want to stay with her.
What are you talking about? Caroline loves their daughter.
Yeah, right. But I'm not sure if he's had time to tell her yet, so don't start texting her about it.
Someone should let her know.
I don't think you're the right person.
I think this was a bad idea. She is so confused and angry. Can you talk to her?
What is this about me getting a divorce? Are you guys making this up to mess with me?
How much do you know?
I told her pretty much everything you just said.
What do you mean Anthony came into your nasty convenience store by chance? That kind of coincidence only happens in movies. I bet you hired a private detective to collect dirt on me, didn't you? That's the kind of basic thing you do.
If I could afford to hire a private detective, don't you think I would have just used the money to pay Jordan back?
This is ridiculous! You think Anthony wants a divorce? That's impossible. You just think we're unhappy because you are. If we get a divorce, what am I going to do? How will I get by?
Perhaps you should be talking about this stuff with Anthony?
Would I have to get a job? I wouldn't know where to start. I just got married after college, so I've never really had a job.
Of course you'd have to get a job.
But I can't. If this is all true and I end up divorced, you'll have to lend me some money, Jordan.
Why would I?
Because it's your wife that caused all of these problems. You should take responsibility for her actions.
Actually, we already filed for divorce. I don't think he has to take responsibility for me, if he doesn't want to.
You're getting a divorce as well?
Yeah, and since we don't have any children or property to divide, it ought to be a pretty simple thing. I think I'm going to live on my own from now on.
I can't afford to keep you and Mom as well as myself, Caroline. At least one of you is going to have to get a job.
But Michelle, you never really wanted to get a divorce, did you? I'm sure we can cancel the application if we act quickly.
I'll give you another chance if you can stop Anthony from going through with this.
You're deluded. I'm so excited to be finally getting away from you.
But what are you going to do now? You can't afford to rent an apartment on your current wages, can you? And with your work history and lack of education, it's going to be difficult for you to find a proper job. I don't think that you've thought this through.
Actually, I have Anthony to thank there, too.
What do you mean?
Next month, I'm going to start working for his company.
Oh, that is crazy. How is everything suddenly going your way?
I'm going to be a full-time store manager at one of his stores. I've been working at convenience stores and supermarkets my whole life, so I might as well put some of that knowledge to good use.
So now that you no longer have any use for me, we're done. Is that it?
When I think about how you rescued me and looked after me when I was at rock bottom, I really am thankful. But since those days, you treated me so badly. I just think that there's nothing left for us to save anymore.
Well, if that's how you feel, I guess I can't stop you.
I don't want Anthony to divorce me.
I'm going to leave you guys to it. See you around. A week later, Anthony and Caroline filed for divorce. Anthony is applying for sole custody of his daughter. I don't doubt that he'll get it. He's already living with his daughter full-time, and it seems like they're really enjoying their life together. I don't think Jordan was prepared to find out how thoughtless his mom and sister are when it comes to money. Apparently, he tried to abandon them and run off by himself somewhere. But it didn't work, because he's such a mommy's boy. So he's having to make his paycheck feed all three of them at the moment. Doesn't look like either his mom or his sister are going to get a job anytime soon. He was always pretty careful with money and liked to save whatever he didn't spend. But his sister is just so wasteful and can't stop buying all these useless things. So it sounds like they're living a pretty sad existence right now. I'm sure our old place isn't even big enough for them all to have separate bedrooms. As for me, I still can't believe I'm the official manager of a Whole Food store. I'm getting paid more, and I even find the work really satisfying. I have the motivation to get up and go to work for the first time in my life. So I guess things are finally working out for me, and it's pretty cool. I learned a lesson from my 2 failed marriages. I have terrible luck with men. So right now, I'm just going to focus on what I can do by myself and put all my energy into that. I'm ready to get started on my own life. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more content. See you next time!